Hi, welcome to the Event Industry Facebook Live. This is version 2.0 for this Friday. Had a little bit of technical difficulties this morning, so I do apologize for that. My name is Jen Singer. I am the founder of the Event Industry, an online platform and community for event planners. Whether you are an aspiring event planner or you are very seasoned and are looking for support or tools or tips, this is the place. Every Friday, usually at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, I go live and I talk about a event planning topic and answer any questions that you might have. I broke the my planning down into 10 different categories, and so each week I pick something from that category and talk about a freebie that I'm offering, or some tips, some things that I've learned along the way to help you with your next event. This week I am talking about event logistics and specifically the event timeline. In the spirit of my birthday, which is tomorrow, happy birthday to me, I have created and shared with you all a event timeline template. You can access the template on my on the website at theeventindustry.com. That's theeventindustry.com. You can download the Excel spreadsheet and use that for your next event. To the point of the spreadsheet and some of the things related to putting together the timelines, there's a few elements that I just wanted to share to kind of help you with planning, putting together this information, and just best practices for gathering the logistics and the timeline. One of the things to consider is just to make sure that the elements are super easy to read. To take into consideration that you are going to be sharing this document with all your different vendors, your venue, catering company, AV, photographer, rental companies. So you've got all these different parties. Excuse me, I'm a little under the weather here. All these different parties that are participating in the event to make it a big success, and this document's like a huge part of it because it's basically telling everybody what's happening when they're all coming in, and it's really important that it's super easy for them to all read and be on the same page we want to make sure that there is not redundancies of information. And what I mean by that is that some templates that I was looking at prior to creating my own was populating information, contact information, or maybe some points or references that were like duplicates. And I think if you want to make sure that the document is concise and people are following the plan, it's really best to cut out the fat and keep it, detailed, but, as lean as possible so people stay on point. The other element of this, creating a really good timeline is making sure you map out the time frame for everything that it makes sense. And what I mean by that is that you are kind of in charge of scheduling when everything's going to transpire. So if you have a florist company, you want to make sure when the florist is coming and she or he is going to be setting the arrangements that you ensure that the tables are set and the linen's already set when that person or that vendor comes. You kind of have everything in place. Another example of this is if you have a band that's coming, and when they arrive, you want to make sure if there's a stage that they might be playing on, the stage is all ready to go. That's all been set by your rental or AV company. That's all in place, and they can just load in, start putting their gear together, do the sound check, and all those elements that you've timed kind of keep happening on the same sequence. So if one thing needs to happen before the other, you need to make sure the timing of that matches up. So just take that in consideration as you're putting together the time frame. Another thing I want to stress is knowing the amount of time that it's going to take for everybody to set up. These are conversations that, you need to be having with your vendors in advance of how much time they might need, say the band. Do they need 1 hour or 2.5 hours to set up, depending on, kind of AV specifics or their equipment stuff going on. And this also relates back to how much time that you have for the venue. And so when you're negotiating your contract with your venue, you want to take all that in consideration. If you have a really simple event, maybe you're coming in for a really easy luncheon, and there's not a band, or there's not maybe you're playing background music on an iPod. So none of that needs to kind of take in consideration. But you want to make sure that whatever you've got planned, that you have enough time to set up for it, you have enough time in your event, and then you have enough time for to clean up and to remove everything from the facility. The other thing I would just stress is that be really specific. And what I mean by that is, if you have AV cues and you want to say show PowerPoint, be really specific of what the name of the PowerPoint is. So PowerPoint slide, hold on 1 second, I need to take a quick drink. What I like to do for my events and with the communication I have with my AV company, for example, is I will name the slide deck. So say we'll call it ABC slide deck. I will say show ABC slide deck. And so when I transfer the file to them, and it's the name of the file is ABC slide deck. So there's no confusion of what they're actually supposed to play. And so if you're really specific about all those details, I think that helps everybody just go, cue everything that you want to happen in a timely manner. So just to recap, make sure that you are creating a timeline that's really easy to read. Make sure that the information you have is not redundant, but really specific. And also make sure that you are taking the time to talk to your vendors, talk to everybody about how long they need to set up, and making sure that you're planning all that accordingly. That rentals have enough time before florists come in, or, entertainment comes in. So all those elements are really relying on you to kind of, set the stage of, what's going to be the best plan to get this all up into a successful event. So that's all I have today for the event timeline and logistics. I won't be going live next Friday as I usually do. I will be in Mexico on a vacation with my husband. I'm really excited for my birthday. But for the first week of Friday in April, I will be coming back and doing my Facebook Lives at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Thanks for joining me, or thanks for watching the replay. If you want any more tips or tools, please visit theeventindustry.com. Thanks and have a great day.